Hello, people. I have a topic that I want to discuss today, and it is the topic of equality. And I'm gonna tell you what I think it means, because I used to be at a point where I feared equality because I thought everything would be the same and there would be no life, etc. But then I kind of merged souls with this guy. It was a magical happening, and I realized we're the same person, and we're twin flames, etc. So we pretty much like have the same soul, etc. Because we became one in that, and it was very odd and interesting. But so if you talk to somebody who you think has the same soul as you, is just like you, is no different than you, you kind of wonder how equality can be fun, because it seems like it's all work. You don't really get to play equality. Um, but my soulmate, my twin flame, and I, we're like the same soul, etc. And we are much different. We don't see things the same. We're male and female, as we've had different lives, different histories, yet we've always maintained contact in our heads and in our souls because we vibrate together. It really is not stillness. It really is not a concrete square that fits in exactly how God planned it, etc. For trueness, equality is very much like love and excitement, and like it sparkles, it emanates love, excitement. It's not dull at all. Um, and it does let you and make you work on yourself. It can make you work on yourself in ways that you never thought you should work on yourself, because sometimes if you shun things too much, it God can say, "Oh, well, actually, you should actually work on this and understand that I created everything," or blah blah blah. That's the thing I got from God, that God pretty much created everything when I saw Jonathan and merged with him. Um, so when I see something that I need to work on, such as having a societal self instead of just being like, oh, I love nature, etc., and I do feel nature's energy. Yet Jonathan brought into my consciousness that society is a reality, and it is this way for some reason, and that indeed, if I would like to go out into society and do something, it's my right to do so. Um, yeah, I can work anywhere I want to. I can work in a factory. I can work in one of those big businesses that is not a mom and pop business. I forgot the name of it. I wouldn't say communist, but it's one of those things that some people just don't like. And the reason that I would work there as a person with a mystical experience and intimate knowledge of a God and a quality is that I can bring a certain and specific and perhaps much needed energy into that system. I don't believe you kill anything. I believe you enlighten everything. I believe you try to understand everything and work with everything. Working with something does not mean overtaking it, because it doesn't work that way. Um, one, there are two sides, and neither is righter or wronger. So when you work with this thing that you don't agree with, really it's learning about this thing, and this thing in return is learning from you, and you will each take from these opposites things you like and things you don't like, and they will do the same. I don't think you could be able to change such a thing completely. in such a small amount of time. We do really need to understand the concepts that are given to us in this world, because they are given to us. Peace, there's that saying, peace is war, or whatever, war is peace. It was something like that in 1984, the book. And I believe that that book is quite a prophetical book. It has touched many people's lives in a paranoid kind of way, and it does have that kind of power in it. Indeed, it really does. Also, it touches on that, that topic, Big Brother. I really believe that is infused with a lot of fear. So when you see that, it's not something to, like, perhaps it's good, it really does intend to make you fear at this point, because that's what our consciousness has decided as a mass right now. But you know how it says Big Brother is watching you, etc. Would you give God the right to look at you and look inside your head and analyze everything about you that is not what he wants, that is not in line with what you want? Would you actually let him do that? Because I think a fear is that if a higher power, an omnipotent power that has the power to give peace, etc., were to look at you and look everything about you and see everything, perhaps you actually don't really want peace either. Maybe that's a fear in you, and perhaps you really do have to understand why you would fear that, and understand that you perhaps do have desires to be things such as a president or work in a corporation, that's the word, do things like that, and I believe that's because all things are good. All things have the potential to become even better. And in this distant, new, peaceful earth, I've had visions of it, etc. There will be all kinds of energies there. The energies that are right now will be there, but in a different form, in a more evolved form. And since everyone doesn't understand all the energies on Earth right now, that's not what it'll be like. We'll have to learn how to understand all the energies around us and transform those energies into something that will be there at the end, And it's just a way of looking at it, such as war. You can attribute that with Ares, the Greek god. For some reason, war is like vital to us. We keep doing it. And there's feeding off animals. We've done that for a very long time. That's something to think about. Yeah, I think really feeding off animals is exorcising fears within ourselves. Yes, it's eating our fears instead of manifesting our fears and letting them breathe and giving them peace and love so they can grow. But we have been eating animals for very long, so perhaps there is a very good reason for that, and that there is a lot of potential fear in the world right now. So too much fear for all of us to actually look at it. And you can look at fear if you'd like to. You can learn to go to such places to see what really hatred can do. Any type of hatred, the smallest hatred, makes you different from an angel. The smallest hatred makes you different from an ascended master, etc. For real's enlightenment and angelic presences, their consciousness is so much different than a human's that you certainly can rely on them. And the fact that they may not reply in the way you like Perhaps that actually says something. But indeed, they do work for the great of all mankind and the earth as well. I do indeed believe that the earth is a vital part of who we are because we live there. But Jesus, he really focused on the people, so people are highlighted as something very good to care about and think about. Perhaps the number one priority, in a sense. And Jesus and Christianity is quite, I think, as far as I've researched or known, is quite a strong religion throughout the world. I don't know what I mean by that. I just think that there's messages that, conversations that need to get across. Okay, so I've talked about so far, being peaceful and earth-centered versus corporation and society, and how they are integral to each other at this point, because man is important to himself and each other. We are a family, brothers and sisters, and I don't think you can really shun any person at all in any way, and still be peaceful. This is a very drastic measurement, but in a way it's sort of true, because perfection truly is capable of coming about because God is that great. But we really need to work on loving so many things that we don't understand how to love right now, and that'll take some work. And we can't do everything right now in one day. You have to have a direction you want to go in and start on a path, because you can't take everything around in you that's around you and internalize it and get love from up here and make it come down, light, and enlighten all those things that are around you. Maybe you can, but that's concepts are odd. Yes. So peace is a very good thing. Love is a very good thing. I think those are the most natural things for us to feel. How war energy would feel in the peaceful, very peaceful and functional and enlightened earth, I believe it would feel like blood, the blood of a human. Just expand on the images and architectural structures and metaphors that blood can bring about, and that's kind of what they would be, because blood is part of peace. Blood is in the human. I don't think it's necessary for us to open our bodies and see blood. I think this will be a truth in the future as energy becomes more able and more able to heal, and it's just not necessary, because miracles can happen. There's many people in the world who have performed miracles, and that will actually heal us in the future, a very long time from now. But some people as of now and in the past have actually accessed such energies and thoughts and forethoughts. So I guess I'll name this society and nature culture or something. Okay, see you later. Have a good day.